Hey guys, it's Cynthia. I'm the fishing mommy, and today I'm going to be unboxing the MTB Pro September 2020 box. What's inside? So we have 6 items in this box. The first item is the Westin Hypo twist. It's like a boot tail top water. Westin lures, they really make great stuff. It's always really high quality and cool looking patterns. So this lure reminds me kind of a cross between a whopper plopper and a sprinkler frog because it does have that boot tail on the back of it. The paint job is really unique. It's actually got like purple tiger stripes on it. And it's called the Crazy Bluegill. It retails for $13.99. Next up is the Yozuri 3DR Vibe. I've had a lot of Yozuri lures and I always really like them. I think the hooks are really good quality. I think the actions are always great. This is one that I've never had. This is a Vibe 60. It's a little sinking bait and it's basically like a little lipless crankbait. It's a 1/2 ounce and it's 2 3/8 inches. That is what that looks like. And that retails for $8.99. Next up is one that I'm already familiar with. This is the Guggen Flat Banger. So this is a square bill crankbait, but with flat sides, as you can see there. I have this exact lure in this exact color, and I know it works. It's a really, really great square bill. It's got great rattles, very high quality. I really like the Guggen baits. And the Guggen Squad Flat Banger retails for $7.99. The next thing we have in the box is the Dobbins Extreme Jig. This is a 1/2 ounce jig, football jig, with a 5/0 EWG hook. It's got a Gamakatsu hook on it, and it is a football head, as you can see there. It's an interesting color because it's just like plain brown, and I've never had a plain brown jig before. They say that the color is crawdaddy. This box actually did not have an ideal jig trailer. There is one soft plastic in this box, and I'm getting to it, but it's not one that I would put on the back of this jig, and you're about to see why. Oh, and the retail price on the Dobbins Extreme Football Jig is $4.29. This is called the Hoax Fish Scam Shad. From the side, it looks like a fluke style bait with sort of this button head and these little appendages that come off the back. But it has, on the front, it has sort of this trough with ridges, and then on the back, suspicious. It's very odd. I can see holding it that way, how it looks like a bait fish imitation, and maybe it has great action. I don't know. It definitely seems strange when you're holding it in your hands. Let me just say that. This is a 3-pack of these lures, and MTB has them listed for $3.60. Anyway, moving on. The last thing in this box is a pack of Eagle Claw hooks. These are 3/0 worm hooks. Looks like a full pack. So there are 8 hooks, $1.99. I'm going to do a timed trial, so I'm going to give every bait in the box 30 minutes to fish and see what we can catch. So what I'm going to do is set a timer for 30 minutes, starting now. Whew, a lot of flies. Yuck. Fish. Oh, he came off. Darn it. Well, he wanted to eat that. That was our first bite, like 3 minutes in. There he is. Little guy, but he's a bass, and that took like literally less than 5 minutes. Let's go look at the timer. Wow, there's a lot of mosquitoes. That took less than 6 minutes to catch a fish on this bait. All right, I can't really complain. We're 6 minutes into the challenge and we've caught our first bass, and we've knocked out 2 baits on the MTB box. Thanks, little buddy. I'm actually going to use that Hoax Baits lure as a trailer on this jig. So here is the Dobbins Football Jig. What I did was I cut off part of that front part of the hoax lure, and I threaded it on as a jig trailer. It's got these nice little tails, so we're going to give that a try. Okay, here it goes. We're going to set the timer for another 30 minutes, starting now. Now obviously football jigs are ideal for rock. This particular pond doesn't have rock in it. So, oh, I had a bite and I did not get him hooked. Man, they like this lure. It's such a heavy jig. It really makes a splash. I don't know if you guys can see this in the water, but it actually looks really good. That combination of the brown crawdaddy color and the black and blue trailer is not one I really would have thought about, but it looks great. I had that early bite right up here shallow and then nothing. Yep, I hear the timer. We gave the jig 30 minutes with one bite very early on and then no fish catches. Like I said, I'm not that surprised because it is a football jig and this pond's conditions are not really that well suited. I'm going to switch now to the Yozuri lipless crank, which is called the Vibe 60S. Wow, he's got a lot of rattles. 3 big and 3 small. A lot of pink color in him. Pretty little lure. Just a little bit of weeds on this thing. I have to say, I'm really surprised how well it rips through that nasty muck. We're about halfway through our time fishing this Yozuri Vibe 60, and we had one very solid bite, but I did not land that fish. So I'm just going to continue to cast. I think I've got probably about 17 or 18 minutes left. No, I love this lure. Come on, no. Well, rip. Okay. Well, obviously we're going to have to call that. I'm going to call it a win though, because I did have that one good bite. So it certainly gets bitten. We gave it 16 minutes and we got a solid bite, but I did not land the fish. And then I broke off. Okay, we have the flat banger from Guggen Squad. Square bill crankbait, flat-sided, dives 3 to 6 feet. A lot of nice rattle. So a little bit of a change of plans. I just got a call and I need to take off. I'm going to have to finish this challenge later. Just to catch you up on where we were, I had the Guggen Squad flat banger tied on and I have about 23 minutes left in the 30-minute slot for that. And then the only other bait that I have not fished with is the Westin Top Water. So I will be finishing up those two at a later time. Okay guys, it is the next day and I'm back here on my pond, as you can see, and picking up where we left off, we have the Guggen Baits flat banger tied on and we have 23 minutes left, so I'm starting that now. We're going to see if we can catch a fish in the next 23 minutes. What in the world is going on over there? I wish I had a little worm tied on. Wow, that's a pretty decent little fish. Right at my feet. Nice. All right, buddy. Very nice. So that was pretty quick. Let's go see how long that was. Decent little fish, very healthy and fat. Let's go see what we got for time. We have 15:50 left. So that means that took about 8 minutes to catch that fish. That's pretty solid, I'd say. So we're going to switch to the last bait now, which is the Westin Top Water. The wind has picked up a little bit, as you can see out here. So let's give it a try. I mean, you never know. Okay, so here we go. 30 minutes starts now. This is the Westin Hypo twist with a boot tail. I did just notice, by the way, as I was opening it up, that it comes with an extra boot tail. Huh. Interesting. It's not nearly as loud as a whopper plopper. I'm just trying some different retrieve speeds to see what seems to make the most sense. To be super honest, I don't have a lot of faith in my topwater ability. I would say topwaters are my least confident bait. I don't catch a lot on them, so therefore I don't throw them a lot, so therefore I don't catch a lot on them. But, you know, it'd be awesome if this Westin Hypo twist would change my mind. There's a weed bed out here where I'm throwing. I often catch fish. Oh, that was a hit. Oh, another hit. Come on. Oh, God. Okay, that fish hit this lure 3 times and didn't get hooked. Guys, get in the comments and tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong. How do I get 3 topwater hits in a row in 2 seconds and not hook the fish? There we go. Bite. Oh, I got him this time. Oh my God, he came off right freaking there. How do you lose fish on treble hooks? Son of a biscuit eater. All right, so I learned something there. That fish bit and I didn't do anything. I just let him eat it and he was hooked. I'm over this branch again, darn it. There's a fish. Oh my God, that looks like a decent one, and he's over a branch. No! Oh my God. Did he come off? No, he's still there. Oh, he's still there. Yes! I caught a fish on the top water. I'm so happy. Thanks, buddy. Can't believe it. That's a decent one too. Man. MTB slam-ish. I caught a fish on just about every bait in this MTB box. The only one I did not catch a fish on was one that I lost, and my timer is at 19 minutes and 51 seconds. That means it took about 11 minutes to actually land a fish on this topwater lure here from Westin, the boot tail. That is awesome.